Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy Rico. We are here, the BF Tailgate. I'm joined by my man P Money and my guy Zach, the Boss. You know, I think I like that name, Zach the Boss. Listen, we have a big game today, and we can't do the BF Tailgate just ourselves. We've got some correspondents. We've got some people out there having a good old time. I got my guy. Listen, Clay.
Hey, let's turn mine off. I got shit service out here, boys.
Listen, it doesn't matter. Listen, you guys need to talk to us. What is the energy like at the stadium? Talk to us.
Talk to him, Clay. We got some pretty good energy. We got a nice tailgate here in the RV lot going on behind us. Decent amount of tailgates kind of going on sporadically here, but pretty good vibes. There's a couple people that are kind of, a little bit nervous about what's going to go on today, this guy included here. But I think everyone's feeling pretty good for the most part. So it's been a nice morning so far.
Yeah. Well, listen, let's talk about how the nerves are right now, because a lot of people are not feeling great about this game. Talk about what is making you nervous about this game.
All right. Well, what makes me nervous about this game? Spencer Brown's out. Jermaine Edmonds out. I got to tell you, boys, and listen, you know me. I'm as fair as it gets. The Bills have not beaten a defense above the top 24 in the league. The Colts are well above that.
Oh, Zach, come on, Zach.
I won't lie to you. I'm extremely nervous about this game. Now, do I think the defense can hold Carson Wentz in check? Absolutely, I do. Do I think the defense can hold Jonathan Taylor in check? I do. We have not allowed a running back over 100 yards outside of, what, Derrick Henry? Yeah. So I understand that aspect from the defense, but what is the offense going to put up? Are we going to see what we saw against the Jets? Are we going to see what we saw against Jacksonville? I think everybody has what I think is to be a fair amount of animosity towards this game.
Clay,
I'm very nervous about this game, Rico. I can't lie.
How much has Zach had to drink this morning?
Say that again.
I need to ask, how much has Zach had to drink this morning? Clay, can you answer that for me?
I've had a lot. I've had a lot of drink. But with that
my man Zach, yes, sir.
My view has changed, brother. Listen. All right, can I tell a story? Can I tell a story real quick?
Yes, sir.
Tell a story.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
You got the time? Do I got the time?
You got the time. Let's go.
All right, I got the time. I'm here with 3 Colts fans. Not my choice, but, my college buddy's choice. And, they came here for the game. The Colts are +7. And they keep saying I'm taking +7 as the bet. Everybody here who knows me knows I'm a diehard Bills. It doesn't matter what goes on. I, for the life of me, cannot find a way that the Bills cover 7. I'm sorry. If you want me to be an asshole, I'll be an asshole. If you want me to be a realist, I'll be a realist. I don't see where the Bills cover 7 here. I understand where my buddies want to go +7 on the Colts. I don't see it. Hold on, I have to say real quick, as this is going on, we got a guy that went through a table back here. As Bot was just saying that. So
can we get closer to the
action? I just had to point that out. It was going on right in the background there. As Bot was telling
I know that guy's going over 7.
Oh, Clay, talk to me right now.
Time out.
Oh, it's the big guys. Here, cut this.
Before I look like an asshole, can I get Rico and Pierre's thoughts on the game?
Yeah, you're definitely going to get our thoughts on the game. We have quite some time to talk about it, but you guys are there live. I need you to pass the mic over to Clay, because Clay seems like he's less drunk.
No.
I love it, man. Zach,
Here,
man,
give me that shit.
Listen. I'm actually excited. Of course, I'm worried about it, but not having, Spencer Brown is big. It's big because then it means that Daryl Williams can't play inside as well. So, but who knows, what's the lineup going to be right now? But, man, I'm excited and scared at the same damn time, man.
So what's your final score prediction, bro?
Oh, man, I'm going to say Bills 24 and Colts 17.
All right.
So,
yeah.
Before we go,
Rico, we don't want Rico.
I got. You know what? I like the Colts game. I like the matchup. I still think the Bills cover for sure. They do cover 34-24. That's going to be the final score.
Come on, Rico.
Let's go.
Come on.
Let's do it.
Rico.
All right, before we go, we got a special guest for us here.
Give it to us.
The slide doctor. He's here doing the slide dance. Get in there.
Hold on.
Trying to steal the spotlight.
Hold on.
Hey, can we not talk about this game for a bit more? Give me this phone. Guys. All right, that was the side ass. Fantastic. All right, hold on. Oh, Cam.
Ladies and gentlemen, listen, let me tell you something. I have to, I got to commend my guy. Let me bring it back.
Am I on the cam?
Yeah, we got you. You're not on the camera. You took the camera off. Put the camera back on. There we go. We got you now.
I'm on the cam. All right,
there you go.
All right, listen. Everybody tuning into this, obviously a diehard Bills fan. Why wouldn't you be? Why wouldn't you be?
I know. I blame Bot.
Can I give everybody something to think on here? There's not a reason in the world, and this makes me sad to say, but I'll be honest. There's not a reason in the world to think the Bills win this game today. I'm sorry.
Why?
I'm
What you
absolutely
listening?
sorry. But no.
I think we should cancel.
If
cancel
the Bills
Bot.
win this game, everything changes. This game is massive.
Huge.
This game is absolutely massive. But if the Bills lose this game, I would like you to look at what we have ahead of us. I'd like you to look at what the Patriots have ahead of us.
I think we're good.
This game is absolutely massive.
It's massive. It is a big game.
Mm-hmm.
It's bigger than anybody's making it out to be. And when I look at the game, I'm sorry, but the Colts match up just as well with us as anybody else has. I'm sorry.
Like
It's the facts.
Like the Titans light.
No, it's
They're
the
like
facts.
Titans light. Great television.
No, it's the facts. And I'm sorry, but if the Bills lose this game, the reality of the situation is
Can I tell
you are facing a one game behind lead from the Patriots in which you have to face them twice. Now, I'm going to be the only Bills fan in the world to say this shit.
I'm super nervous.
But that's facts. If the Bills lose this game today, it's an uphill battle. That's how big this game is. Now, I'm not going to give my prediction because, listen, I don't know what the fuck's going to happen. This Bills game is so unpredictable. What I say when I look at this whole matchup,
Bills by 30.
no, that's what I don't say. What I say is whatever the
I love
Bills
my guys,
do
man. I
today
love my
is
guys.
a very, very, very indicative response to what they do the rest of the year. That's my thoughts. Right.
Z-Bot.
Absolutely. Thanks, bud.
Z-Bot, let me get Clay on the mic real quick.
All right, Z-Bot, it's great to see you. I got to go walk toward the stadium. I'm going to stay on with you guys, though, real quick, so you can talk to someone sober.
Smart move, Clay. Smart move.
Okay, Clay, give it to us good. Clearly, Z-Bot has been drinking a little too much, and he just has no faith in the Bills right now. His true feelings are coming out. Tell us what's going on over there.
Okay, well, the thing is, Bot is much more of a negative guy than a positive guy to begin with. I'm going to walk away from these generators here. Bot is much more of a negative guy, and so, when he's had a couple of drinks, it just amplifies it a little bit, I think. We talked a little bit about how we're going to deal with some of the issues that we got, Spencer Brown being out, Tremaine Edmonds, Starr. So, we talked through it a little bit, and, obviously I think the Bills have the ability to come back from that and fill those gaps because they have such good depth on this team, and a lot of it comes down to game plan as well. So, Bot's a little bit of an emotional reactor, in my opinion.
That's to say the least. Now, he asked us for our score predictions. Are you confident that the Bills can actually come out this on top at home against these red-hot Colts?
Yeah, definitely. And to me, it all comes down to stopping Jonathan Taylor, who's probably the best running back in the league right now. So, it's hard to say that you want to make the team have Carson Wentz beat you because Carson Wentz is having a pretty sneaky good season. He's playing pretty well. So, but really, Jonathan Taylor is the key to this game. We can't have another Titans situation where they allow the run game to be so effective that these linebackers are taken out of the pass game completely with play action.
How big, Zach? I don't know if you have a question for Clay. I want you to, if you have anything for him right now.
Sorry, what was that?
I was gonna ask you, Zach, I had a question for you, but as he's thinking about it, I'm just curious about your thoughts on Edmonds being out and having Klein be his replacement. Are we doomed, or are we in good position?
I think for the team that we're playing, I think we're not in a terrible position. I'm worried about running backs in the pass game now because Klein's definitely a little bit lesser in that department.
That's
but against
true.
The run
Good
game,
point.
I feel pretty good still. Klein's really good when you make him play downhill the way he did last week as well, and a lot of people were impressed the way he played last week. So I think he'll be okay, especially helping out that run game. So I'm not as concerned as maybe I would be if he wasn't there.
Yeah, I would definitely say that AJ Klein is very instinctual. I think it comes from his years of experience in McDermott's defense. He has the experience. I think he played better in replacement of Edmonds than he did in replacement of Milano last year. Like playing in that middle linebacker spot instead of the outside linebacker spot. And he's no slouch either. Like he has shown he'll swarm to the ball and he'll make plays. He's not afraid to throw people down.
Good point.
I like that. So I think AJ Klein is not really that much worse than Edmonds. I will not go as far as to say he should be starting over Edmonds because Edmonds is the starter. But I am very comfortable with him as the next man up.
Clay, I need you to answer this for me. What do you need to see today? What do you specifically need to see that gives us that edge to get that victory?
Oh, well, specifically, other than stopping Jonathan Taylor, I want to see Josh Allen really take over. There's been a lot of games that have meant a lot that sometimes he doesn't step up in as much. And, I think even in those moments, against the Jaguars, when it's like you got to go score to win the game, and he wasn't able to do it. He made a bunch of mistakes. So I'd like to see him step up and really take control and kind of dominate so that, I think that would kind of cement him a little bit better because people are, for some reason, thinking he's not having a good season.
You have a score prediction for us?
I'm going to say probably 24-16 Bills. I think it's going to actually be a pretty close game, well fought, but that's because I think the Colts run game is going to be able to have a little bit of freedom today.
I want to pass something over to Pierre, but before I do, coaching. I feel like coaching is going to have a big impact on this game. What do you need to see from Brian Daboll? What do you need to see from Coach Kermit, Leslie Frazier, in terms of schematics? What do you need to see?
For me, I want to see similar play calling as we saw last week on the offensive side with a lot of play action. I think that's going to help out the offensive line, whoever ends up being in on that starting front. I think it's going to help them out a lot, give them a little bit of extra time and a little bit of extra freedom on the pass blocking. So I think that's a big thing. I want to keep that around. And then on the defensive side, I think you got to go stop the run first until they can beat you with the pass. And if they prove they can beat you with the pass, then maybe you got to back off a little bit. But if they beat you with the run first, that play action is just going to kill you at the end of the game.
Ladies and gentlemen, Clay's on fire, my God. He's just doing it right now. Listen, can you take care of our guy Z-Bob? Because right now he's an emotional wreck. I have a feeling he's going to be done.
You talking about taking care of Bot? Is that what you said?
Yeah, yes, I am.
Oh, he's gone. I had to go meet up with my dad at the gate. So, he's got buddies with him. He's their problem now.
He said, I'm out.
Well, listen, Clay, I don't want to take too much time from you, man. Enjoy the game. Enjoy the tailgate experience, man. Thank you for tuning in.
Yo, Clay, thanks, man.
Go
Thanks so
Bills.
much, man.
We
Go
need this
Bills.
big win. Yes, sir, buddy.
Wow. That was content right there. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing.
When I tell you, when my guy, listen, when the thigh dance bumped out and you okay, let's see the side, and then here comes the bot. It's like, nah, not your time. My time. Ladies and gentlemen, the BF tailgate. Now, Zach, you made some good points, man, because you're looking at the linebacker position. You feel like that it can't get much worse, or it might stay at a high level, because I don't know if I want to say get much worse, because Edmonds hasn't been playing terrible. He's been actually pretty good this year. AJ Klein definitely is a very good replacement, if you will, to fill in time, right? Kind of like the rule of thumb for quarterbacks, right? If the backup quarterback can at least get you 500, you're okay. So Edmonds, in a way, if he just keeps you from mistake-free football, we should be okay. Pierre, what are your thoughts on Edmonds being out, and on top of that, no Spencer Brown? I know you're a big fan of Spencer Brown. Are we battling an uphill battle, even though we're the favored team?
Look, man, the way that AJ Klein played last week, an argument could be made. I don't want to say it out loud, but an argument could be made that he's just as good right now than Tremaine Edmonds right now. Not saying that, he can be the future, he's the blah, blah, blah. But he's playing, like very solid football. Now, as far as Spencer Brown, like I said before, it's big. It's big losing him because it doesn't allow, Daryl Williams to play inside. And inside is where the issues, really at right now. But as far as being worried, look, when you have the top 3 offense and a top 3 defense, the number 1 defense, it's hard to be, worried about that. It's just, hey, man, like Josh Allen always says, we don't have to be the best team in the league. We have to be the best team on Sunday. So as long as we can score more points than the Colts, I think we're going to do that.
So I'm looking. I was talking to my brother yesterday, and I got my brother here. It was my birthday weekend, so I had some family come through. My brother, he's not a fan of McDermott, and I never understood why he wasn't a fan of McDermott. So I needed him to refresh my memory. And a lot of people talk about game management from McDermott being one of his weak points, but I think
it used to, yeah, for sure.
It used to. I think he's improved that vastly. I think he's made much better decisions for the team. Now, I needed him to rehash what made him feel this way about McDermott because I was super puzzled. It stems back to when Tyrod Taylor was here. He doesn't trust McDermott for this reason.
Nate Peterman?
What's that? Okay. So when he did the whole back and forth between Peterman and Tyrod, to him, it was like, how do you trust a coach that doesn't know he's not decisive on making a decision? He's flip-flopping back and forth. I'm not with him. And then game management kind of told you the same deal a couple years back. But he's been so much better. But my question to you, gentlemen, in games like this where you need this win, right? And we're not like a 500 team, but we know what lies ahead, and we know who's just nipping at our heels right now and how big this game is. Is there a lot of pressure on McDermott to get this dub? Zach,
go ahead, Zach. Yeah, go ahead, Zach.
I would say that theoretically, I would say every game there's pressure on the coach to get a win. But this game does have a bit more significance because, as our drunken colleague Z-Bot said, we're in a tight race with the Patriots for the AFC East right now. Unexpectedly tight, but this game, I won't necessarily say that if the Bills lose this game, the sky's falling, season dead, pack it in, because it never is. Every game is, you got to go 1-0. But it is important because you want to be able to maintain your lead in the division by that one game and make New England follow you as opposed to you having to follow them. So, yeah, I think there is a decent amount of pressure on McDermott for this game, but I also feel like every game is must win in any sort of scenario.
How many years did we have a drought for it? Like 17-year drought? 18 years. Oh, 18, man.
Yeah.
Who was the coach that broke that drought?
McDermott.
Oh, so he had 17 years of 18 years. I mean, look, there's no pressure when it comes down to Sean McDermott, man. His job is going to be safe for a while. Everyone loves Sean McDermott. I understand each week is a big week, right? But again, I go back to like how we're playing games. We're not playing games undisciplined, And again, he was brought in to be the defensive guy. Our defense has been legit, since he's been the coach, and our offense, I believe this year, matched the defense somewhat. So I don't think he's in as much pressure as some may think.
You know what? I'm going to say yes, there is pressure because he knows what's at stake. It's his job to get his guys ready to go, to prepare them. Now we've had.
But what's the pressure actually? Like, what's the pressure? Like,
what's the pressure?
He's on the hot seat or?
No, not the hot seat. No,
Gotcha.
This is more.
He's secure in his job.
Oh, for sure. There's no question about it. My issue and pressure is when they punch us in the mouth. How are you going to get your guys to react and get going, right? Because sometimes we get punched in the mouth, we get 2 days, and we never recover, like our guy Sean Porter last night, right? Crawford was all over his ass, right? And could not recover.
Got his ass too. Oh man, got his ass.
We're not trying to get no towel thrown into us. We just got to be prepared. And you heard that Sean Porter was ill prepared, right? And we need to be prepared because we know what happens when we're not prepared. We lose to the freaking Jacksonville Jaguars 9-6. What are we playing? Soccer? What are we playing? I mean, soccer is never even that high scoring, but you guys catch what the point I'm trying to make here. Now, switching topics here. We got to get into this O-line chatter. Now, I need your thoughts on this, fellas, because I'm curious. Zach, you may have you may agree with me on this. I don't know. We're gonna find out. But before I do, I gotta read the super chat that came through. But I got Carl. My man Carl says, "Yo, I have every confidence that our defense will stop Jonathan Taylor. I have no confidence that we can keep DeForest Buckner from harassing Josh all day. If Josh has time to pass, the Bills will win." Which is a great segment.
I love Carl.
A great way to jump into this very topic. The O-line. Now, here's my theory. Spencer's out. John Feliciano's out. So we're hurting on the O-line, right? And right now we've got Deion Dawkins that is playing okay. I wouldn't say he's playing at a high level right now, but he's not horrible. He's just playing okay. I need more from Deion Dawkins. That's just me. Then we've got our left guard that is a big question mark. Maybe Ike Butker will man that position or Cody Ford. We don't know. Here's my question to you guys. How do you feel about this lineup setup? Deion Dawkins, Ike Butker, Mitch Morse, Daryl Williams, Cody Ford at right tackle. Hear me out. I'll explain to you why I want to do that. He's been his best at right tackle. I never understood why they needed to move him into right guard. Never understood why they needed to move him to an even more important position at left guard. But they did it. And he's not been doing well. Why not leave him at where he's the most comfortable? I'm not saying he's the best at it, but he's the most comfortable at right tackle, and we roll from there. It's easier to get to the quarterback from the inside. We already have an uphill battle facing Buckner. Why not leave our guy Cody Ford at right tackle and hope for the best? Zach, I'm going to start with you. How do you feel about that? Or do you totally disagree and you have a whole new lineup that you want to show up?
Well, I would say in terms of that lineup construction, I would agree with it only in the sense that you keep Daryl Williams at right guard. Because
Say with your chest, Zach. Say it with your chest.
Oh, well, you got to say with your chest. Say louder. Let's loud and clear.
Basically, any lineup where Daryl Williams is kept at right guard, I'm in favor of, because we saw in the Jacksonville game when he moved to right tackle, he was slower. Last year, he always did that quick cheat thing off the line, which every right tackle in the league tries to do, get that little extra step. He was slow off the line because right guard is a different position from right tackle. So in that Jaguars game, when they moved him to right tackle and put Cody Ford at right guard, they kind of lost two starters in a sense because you moved Daryl Williams out of his position.
Good point.
So what would be the best way to show that you've learned from that? Maybe not moving Daryl Williams to right tackle. Maybe keeping him at his starting position that he's been doing very well all season.
Wait, but I thought Daryl Williams couldn't play guard though. Is that something that's? I'm sorry.
Couldn't play left guard.
Right
guard.
Gotcha.
I believe that was a distinction because when he was in Carolina, he played left guard and he was and he even said it was because he's right-handed, he's right side coordinated.
So hear me out though. You put Daryl Williams at guard. So who you putting out at left guard? I'm curious to see who you want to put out there and who you putting out at right tackle.
I kind of feel like I would say, in my opinion, Butker would probably be the better choice at left guard, only because I don't have any faith in Cody Ford anymore. Like, he's had many opportunities at many different positions to show he could stick, and he has not done so. So that's where my one reservation with possibly sticking him at right tackle. Again, for the same reasons with Daryl Williams, he's been playing guard all year. So if you put him at right tackle, he's probably going to look worse. But
I mean, it comes down to what Rico said the other day on his show. It's all about, guarding from inside and out, right? So, Daryl Williams, it looks like our offense is more dynamic, or we're able to execute more when the interior of the line is holding up, right? So if Daryl Williams is the better guard, then at this point, put Ford at right tackle, Bates. It probably won't be Bates, but put anybody at right tackle.
It's not Bobby Hart.
I know. If it means keeping like Daryl inside, then I'm all for that, man. Whatever lineup keeps Daryl Williams inside.
Now,
got my vote.
I'm looking at the inactive list today, guys, and we've got Jay Kumro inactive, Cam Lewis inactive, Tremaine Edmonds inactive, Bobby Hart inactive. Do you know who I see is active? Do you know who I see is active that people should be hyped about this? Not too hyped, but Matt Breida. Matt Breida is active, ladies and gentlemen. And they obviously stopped something in Matt Breida.
Yes, sir.
Now, my brother we're both in the fantasy team, fantasy league right now. I'm the commissioner, and I think I'm doing a damn good job of commissioning right now. And I tried to give him advice. I said, if you're going to pick someone, Matt Breida might be someone that you want to pay attention to. Matt Breida.
What's your record in fantasy?
You know what? I'm 6-4-1. I believe I am right now.
Oh man, so you can't multitask,
Nice.
but hey, I mean, you can.
I started out the league really rough. I was in rough shape, and I had a tie game, and then I've been rolling ever since. I'm doing all right now.
Okay.
That being
Hopefully,
said,
no bye weeks fuck you up.
I'm done my major bye weeks. I'm good. Zach,
Nice.
doing all right. So here's the thing with Matt Breida active. How much are we going to see of Matt Breida in this game? Now, before you guys get into it, I had guest Lawrence Owen on our show a couple days back, and he was letting us know. Hold on a second. We got Clay in here, says bot spit all over my phone. But listen, good thing you guys are double backs. You guys would be good to go. Just wipe that thing down.
Hey.
So Matt Breida being active, how much of a role do you guys expect to have him play this game? Devin Singletary does the most with his abilities on the field, right? They give him 7 touches. He does what he can, 5 to 6 yards a carry. Zach Moss, for me, has been underwhelming this year. So I'm looking forward to seeing a little bit more of Breida, a little bit more speed to the outside. And if we can get away from this interior mammoth of a man in Buckner and get to the outside, maybe we got a chance. How much do you think you guys can see of him this coming game?
A lot. A lot. I mean, McDermott made it a point. We need to fix his running game. Period. Right? And last week it definitely looked as if, I mean, it worked. It worked, man. You look, everyone already knows I'm a huge fan of Devin Singletary. You know, Zach Moss is extremely solid himself. But man, we need that speed back there, man. So many times, like, we'll see a hole and they'll hit the hole, but it's just like they can't do anything really, really with it. So I'm right there with having Matt Breida as active as possible every damn week. But yeah, man, what do you think about Zach?
I feel like I can sum this up the best in like 4 words. Matt Breida go Zoom.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, they do need that speed. And I liked what I saw last week, how they kind of rotated him in a little bit. Like, well, you know, Zach Moss is going to get the goal line carries and stuff. But having Breida come in, do a little something in the run game, do a little something in the pass game. Like, I remember that receiving touchdown where he did like the swing route and just went up the field. And it's like, man, you need a speed guy there. And hell, they could even expand his role even more. Like in the preseason, they were using him in the Isaiah McKenzie type jet sweep role. Maybe you see a couple plays where he just does some window dressing out of the slot or something. Just get creative. When you have all these athletes on the field, get a little creative, make the defense think, spread a little chaos in the defense, if you will.
I'm gonna stick with you, Zach, and then I'm gonna move over to Pierre with this question here. So we're gonna stick with this Breida chatter, because a question was asked about Jonathan Taylor on how to stop Jonathan Taylor. We're sticking to the running backs, right? So with this Jonathan Taylor question, right, and coming from Brandon Smith, I'm assuming that he is a Colts fan. He says, do you guys think you guys can stop Jonathan Taylor? All right. What deems us successful with the amount of yards that Jonathan Taylor gains today, right? So if he's getting
under 4 yards a carry.
Excuse me?
Under 4 yards a carry to start off with.
Okay, under 4 yards a carry. That's actually, I mean, for a running back, if you're getting 4 yards a carry, you're doing your job. You know what I mean? You're making it easy for the second and third downs to go. So under your 4 yards a carry. Now, how many touches? I mean, we can't control the touches. We have to control what we do on offense. But if he's over 80 yards rushing, are we successful? Is that considered success, or is that a failure?
Well, I will say this, and because funny enough, Michael LaFave, our game preview guy, in his latest piece that came out yesterday, go check it out on the website, buffalofanatics.com, thebuffalofanatics.com, actually.
Oh, man.
He did mention that the Colts are 5-5. In the Colts' 5 wins, Jonathan Taylor gets over 100 yards. I think somebody actually made a comment and said if Taylor gets 100 yards, they win, and that's accurate. In their 5 losses, he's averaged, I believe, like about 80 yards a carry or something like that, where it was like he had like 59 yards in one game, 54, something like that. So, again, the benchmark for the Bills defense would be to hold Taylor under 100 yards, arguably even under 80 yards.
Mm-hmm.
And so far this year, the Bills defense has been only giving up like 82 to 86 yards a game on average. So I think it's possible, but again, you also need to tackle at the first try. You can't have people diving around at the legs. You gotta, and they're getting better at the tackling, but you got to make sure that you do everything you can to keep him from getting in the second level.
You see, what I say is, success is not allowing him to get any, big runs, right? When it came down to, Derrick Henry, how did everyone feel like once he popped off that huge run? It changed the entire dynamic of just, the feeling, I'm pretty sure, the players were like, yo, this guy is about to go off, right? So as long as Taylor doesn't break off that big run, because look, last year I was looking up, when we played the Colts last year in the playoffs game, he had 78 yards rushing and 3.7 yards a carry with one touchdown. Had 21 touches, right? So there wasn't no big runs. I do remember he did have a big play that game. I do remember that. But as long as we can hold him to not having any, huge runs, I think we'll be solid.
It's a tough one, man, because the running back position, he's so versatile. He'll catch out of the backfield. He'll run inside. He'll run outside. I just think that if we stay, and this is my biggest thing defensively, if we stay disciplined, right? And by discipline, I mean we're not doing bowls, giving them free plays, number one, penalties to give them an extra set of downs. And my biggest one right here is contain. We're not respecting the contain, right? We're all dumping inside, right? So we're not dumping inside and all of a sudden letting him have the ability to bounce outside. If I'm going to let him have his yardage, I want your yardage to come from the gut. You're going to have to try to get through all that mess and mud and all that stuff to gain your yards. I don't want that free yardage where you can just bounce out for 25 yards. We can't have that. We have to be in a way that we are disciplined and limit these splash plays, man. We just can't do it. Now, we're going to switch over. We got my man Matt here giving us a super chat. He says, Colts are winless when Wentz throws 35-plus times. Get ahead and stay ahead. We get the double. That is a great point by Matt. So
I like that.
He says, get ahead and stay ahead. So what that tells me is we need to start fast. So by starting fast, are we establishing ourselves with, like, who's going to be their unsung hero? I guess that's how, because you always need someone to kind of get the ball rolling. Who is it?
What a question.
That gets the ball rolling for us in today's game. I think I have somebody, right? He's one of, it's a weird love-hate relationship with Bills fans. And I guess I'll start this off. I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah, Cole Beasley. Is what opens up the game today, right?
Yep.
So let's go back to what these Colts are known for doing. They're known to take the foot off the pedal when they somewhat establish themselves, right? Third quarter is not been good. I think the coach, I can't even pronounce his name. Fuberblues. I'm messing his name.
Eberflus. Yeah,
Eberflus. Thank you, gentlemen. Eberflus tends to take the foot off the pedal for whatever reason and allows games teams to hang around. That's how the Colts have lost some games, right? They let teams back into it. They're playing a very good offense in the Bills. So if we need to start off early, we go at Cole Beasley. They say their zone ability is not great. They're not a very good zone team. So if Cole Beasley continues to find that little pocket, find that little space, and let us move the chains, we kill the clock and we put points on the board. and now we keep the Colts one-dimensional and trying to catch up. In the famous words of Pierre's always trying to tell people, catch up. He thinks we're always
catch up. You guys, come on, baby.
We need the Colts to be in catch-up mode where they're always constantly having to keep the ball in Wentz's hands and try to make some plays, right? Zach, who, in your opinion, you feel is the person that needs to get the ball rolling for us, whether offense or defense? Who is that you need to get the ball rolling, get this thing started?
I would say this might be a bit of a sleeper pick. I know a couple of people have mentioned this in the comments already, but Gabriel Davis. He balled out last week on 3 catches.
Speak on it.
103 yards. And let's remember that wild card game last year. He had those amazing sideline catches at the end of the first half that set the Bills up to take the lead into that. And I think he's just a big-time playmaker who doesn't necessarily get a lot of touches. But when he does get his touches, they're usually huge for the Bills.
And I'm looking back.
I like that too. Yeah, I like that.
I do. I'm looking back at the playoff game last year and what Gabe Davis did for us. And then part of me while I'm looking at this here, because he had some very key plays last year for us.
So he had 4 catches, 85 yards.
Holy jumpers, man.
And 21.2 yards a catch. Solid, man.
Are we underutilizing Gabe Davis?
I don't think so, man. I don't think so.
Zach's like, yep.
Yeah, no, I don't think so because, I mean, like who's coming off the field? Sanders? I think Sanders has been extremely solid. It's not going to be Diggs. It's not going to be Beasley. I mean, I think it's at this point, it's just like there's 3 guys ahead of you that are just that, that are those dudes that it's hard to kind of put them in the game. But again, once or when he has had his opportunities, he's been solid, Zach. I'm right there with you on that. Solid.
Now, Zach seems to disagree. He feels that we're underutilizing Gabe Davis.
Look at this. Hold on. This.
Snoop Katarina says, yo, I'm about to hold on.
I'm sorry.
Next, Brandon Marshall.
I like that. I like that right there.
I'll take prime Brandon Marshall.
I think we all would. No, but Zach, you need to explain yourself as to why you think that we're underutilizing Gabe Davis, and explain to us how you would actually get him involved in the game, and who you're willing to give less touches to, less snaps to.
I will say that obviously I agree that it would be hard to put him on the field over Diggs, Sanders, or Beasley. So yeah, because you have your top 3 wide receivers, it would be hard to get him in there. But there is someone who's usually on the field who's not a receiver that you could potentially take off the field and put Gabriel Davis on for, and that's Dawson Knox. I'm not saying this because I don't like Dawson Knox. I love that he's taken that big step forward in the first half of the year. I love him to death. But if the way that they've been, he only had like 1 catch last week. I'm not necessarily saying that you have to go 4 wide receiver all the time, but maybe a couple of times you just add Gabriel Davis onto the field, play him as that quasi tight end. He's actually pretty decent in run blocking. And then you just go from there and you have an extra deep threat on a play action or something.
I like that train of thought there. And it's up in the air, right? Because you have talent on this team, and you can intertwine the talent. You can put them on maybe less of Dawson Knox, maybe spread them out a little bit more. But I'd like to see more Dawson Knox because he's earned this ability. But I do have to talk about this now. But before I get into this whole Matt Perino tweet, shout out to my guy Matt Perino. We do have some super chats we got to get to. Zach Hughes, brother of Jerry Hughes, just kidding. He says, can we get a shout out to Meredith Jones? We got a new Bills fans, and you know what, folks?
Meredith Jones.
Bing, biggity, bing. We got a new Bills fans, and we're always going to bring it out. And I'm going to give you some love to Meredith. Welcome to the Big Squad, and welcome to be part of Bills Mafia, one of the best crews in the game. Matt Lewinsky, Lazinski, biggest factors in JA-17s he has a time in the pocket. I think keeping Taylor under 100 yards is secondary. Everything is important, but you're right. Give Josh Allen time, and he will definitely cook. Our guy Matt Montgomery Says, yo, boys, I'm headed out to the bar to get really, really drunk. Bills win 31-28. We get a TD in all three phases of the game today. Offense.
Ooh, I like that.
Special teams touchdown. I like it, Matt Montgomery. Matt Montgomery, if we lose, you better come on and give us the goods, man, because I know you're going to lose your shit today if we do. Now, speaking of Matt Montgomery, which brings us back to, hold on, we're going to get into this O-line chatter. So it's been tweeted out that it seems as though Cody Ford is going to get another opportunity at guard. So he's going to be going up against.
Is it left or right? Do we know that?
No,
I don't think we know that.
Daryl Williams is going to be playing Daryl Williams is going right tackle. So I'm assuming that Cody Ford is going to go right guard.
Right guard,
so
yeah.
Daryl and Cody Ford. So here's, we all have our worries with this setup. Now it seems as though they trust Cody Ford at guard. So
or maybe they just have no other option.
Like, what
That's probably what it is.
What is it?
Maybe they just have no other options, man. It's like one of those things like, look, man, fuck. All right, Cord, just go in there, man. Go in there, right? Because who else are you going to put in there, right? We've been talking about this all week. Who is going to replace him? Well, John Feliciano won, that is like, I don't even know about that either. But again, everyone wants to ridicule our guy, Brandon Beane.
Yep.
But he found Spencer Brown, which was huge. But, man, we had no depth at guard, man. We had zero depth at guard. And as of right now, it's extremely frustrating only because our offense hurts every time we're not able to protect Josh.
Well, hold on.
I was going to say, it gets Josh in the mindset where he feels like he has to do too much sometimes. And that's where the big issue is. Go ahead, Rico.
So I'm gonna read a couple of super chats, and then I'm gonna put you guys on the spot with something here. So Silas Whittle says, salute to our guy Silas. Silas says, if Diggs can get targets early and Breida Singletary can get to the second level, we can get Gabe Davis deep. He's got enough speed and size to beat DBs. In order for us to do that, Mr. Silas, we need to protect Josh Allen. If Josh Allen has no time, you can forget about all those cute little things you just said on that little on your super chat. But nonetheless, if we have the time, my goodness, Diggs is gonna eat for sure. What TJ Carey is gonna be able to do something. We already know what TJ Carey can carry once the game is done. But we're gonna move on to the next super chat. I think I saw another super chat here. Yes, from our guy, Titans fan Billy Scott. What up, Billy Scott? Says, yo, Rico, go get that dub today, my boy. Listen, I know why you want us to get that dub, because you want that number one spot secured with a Colts loss.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The Titans are on fire, man. You guys are on fire. Despite all the injuries that you guys are going through, you guys are still doing it. So shout out to the Titans. Snook Cartaina. He goes, containing gaps to stop JT and 80 plus yards of penalties will win. We've got a whole lot of things to do. There's a whole lot of things for us to do. Now, here's where I'm going to put you guys on the spot. Pierre, I'm going to start with you.
All right.
You are Coach McDermott.
Yeah.
You're having to face this dilemma. Spencer Brown is out. John Feliciano can't go. You're looking at your line. You're looking at the O-line, right? And let's run through the list. Let's run through the list of who you have in the line, and just hang tight here, because I want to show you. I want to put you guys in this position. All right. So you've got Cody Ford. You've got Jamil Douglas. You've got newly signed Bobby Hart, which is inactive. So obviously McDermott made that decision to make him inactive. So you're looking at two glaring holes at left guard and right guard, right tackle. You're Sean McDermott. What is going through your mind for you to come up with this Cody Ford at right guard, Daryl was at right tackle, and you've made that decision? What do you think that Sean McDermott had to really like to weigh in to see what goes on?
I know that Sean McDermott is a real, religious guy. So I'm pretty sure he was praying, please, just hope. We need all the faith we can get right now. Look, man, our guys just have to man up. I think Sean McDermott's like, look, man, at the end of the day, we just have to man up, man. I know after watching the 9-6 Jags game, it's real easy to sit there and say, oh, man, we're going to have another struggle on offense. But at the end of the day, look, man, we all have to remind ourselves this one crucial thing. We are top 3 offense and number 1 defense. That right there alone, we shouldn't be so scared at the fact that, oh my God, the Colts. Listen, the Colts are I was going to say great team. They're a very, very solid team. But we're arguably the best team in the league right now. Let's just be honest. Yeah, we have certain struggles here and there. But when it comes down to it, we should easily beat these Colts. Let's just be real about it.
We can't
easily
say those things anymore. After we lost to the Jets,
I know.
We didn't do well against the Dolphins. We can't say easily anymore.
I don't know. I mean, we blew up the Dolphins both times, though. I hear what you're saying, though. I mean, it's going to be a struggle. It's going to be a struggle. But I think we are the better team. I'll say that.
I will agree. I will agree on that. Zach, I'm going to put you in this position, right? So I'm going to name you guys some guys. So we got Mitch Morse, we got Ike Butker, we've got Deion Dawkins, we've got Daryl Williams. Then we have Jamil Douglas, Cody Ford, Tommy Doyle, Ryan Bates. You're your coach McDermott, and you know, and you see these names.
Thank you, Josh.
Are you at least considering that? Now, I'll let you think on that. I'm going to read the super chat here by Josh Hebler, and Josh says, "Rico, why are we nervous? We have the best defense in football, the best quarterback in the AFC, and the best receiver in football. And the key to this game is to free digs, no corner in football."
You got that right, baby.
Bing, bing, bing.
Let's go. It's game time. We over here playing we're all sorrow. Oh, man, I don't know. The game is about to start. I know for myself, I'm hyped before every fucking game. If it's time for us to be all doom and gloom, that's during the Rico postgame report. As far as right now, it's time to get live, man. I'm not worried whatsoever right now. Now it's like all-time high. Go ahead.
All right. Yeah, let's. Yo, the way I had to read that to get some hype in there, man. I was like, I was feeling it myself. Man. We got him in the football. Let's bring it down a little bit. I'm
sorry. Go ahead.
There's 206 people watching right now. Smash that like. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Even if you are a fan of another fan base, this is the place for you to be every Sunday morning before the game. We're going to get hype. We're going to try to get you guys riled up and also talk about certain things that maybe that's going to affect us in this game. So I think a lot of things, I think we do this to ourselves. We do this to ourselves because we know we are confident in our team. We're confident in the personnel, the coaches, and all that good stuff. We know who we've lost to, and we know we had no business losing to these teams. Now, when we do this all the time, we make the other team feel that they're much better, right?
Thank you.
We face them, and then like, yo, what were we scared for again? We just whoop these teams. I think we do. I think it's just it's the PTSD from way back when we were not a very good team. We were running with Keith Ellison. You know what I'm saying? And we're running with Bo Simpson. We had
Antoine Smith.
Line. You feel me? We had Mike Williams. Right, like there was
Mike Williams. Oh my God!
Like you keep going, right? We had all these guys on the squad, and we were like, every game was like, shit, we're going up against this guy. But we have consistently shown that we can compete with the best of them. We went to the AFC freaking championship game last year. Sometimes we have to temper how we feel, but at the same time, like we give a lot of teams too much hype. Now, I'm not saying we're giving the Colts too much hype, but I think that we're not giving ourselves enough credit for like what we've done and the personnel that we have on this team. If we break down their big pieces on offense, let's be real. All right, let's look at the receiving core. We got T.Y. Hilton, that is over the hill T.Y. Hilton, not a scrub, but over the hill T.Y. Hilton, not T.Y. Hilton of old. This is not the old T.Y. Hilton. We got Michael Pittman. Trey White erases Michael Pittman. So now what?
Or
Zach
Levi
Pascal,
Wallace.
Jack Doyle. Not Jack Doyle. Is it Jack Conklin? Doyle? Who is it?
Doyle. Yeah.
Doyle.
Oh, yeah.
He killed us last year, by the way. Mo Alley Cox. All of a sudden, we're shook from Mo Alley Cox. Like, for real. Now, are they going to have some players that they're really good? Buckner? Yes. But I mean, if we collectively come together, Mitch Morse, the guy that we pay a whole lot of money to, communicate with your guys, point out who the hell you're supposed to get, and let's protect this guy number 17 behind us. Yeah. It's just that simple. Mm-hmm. God damn. I'm just saying.
I think it is one of those things for me, man. I mean, the Bills, we may have, I don't even think we even even struggled in run defense, but if we do struggle, it's okay in run defense. Our pass defense has been historically great all damn season. So to sit there and think that Wentz is going to do anything when no other quarterback this year has had success passing the ball on this team. We're playing in Buffalo, in the weather, against a guy who is prone to have all these turnovers. When it comes, listen, the only way we lose this game is if we lose. The Colts won't beat us, man.
Yeah.
We don't normally beat ourselves. So
Mountain Football just said Pittman is a beast. Nobody's denying Pittman. So Pittman is a beast. Mm-hmm. What is Trey White? If Pittman is a beast, what is Trey White?
All
you
pro.
feel me? So Trey White would absolutely erase. I can't say absolutely because Pittman had a decent game against Trey White last year, right? But this is a different secondary. This is a different front four. So it's gonna be a good game. And I don't want to take it. And we should never take away from the team that we're facing. We can't because they're a good squad, right? But there's one position that we need to talk about that there's gonna be a battle. There's gonna be a battle between two individuals on this team. Can you, Zach? Do you know where I'm going with this? Or that we need to have our eyes fixated on this battle between these two individuals?
Is it related to the trenches?
Absolutely related to the trenches.
Ed Oliver versus Quentin Nelson. Right?
You freaking right.
Oh, go ahead.
It's round 2 with Ed Oliver and Quentin Nelson. Now, this is going to be.
Who won the first matchup? Was it? I mean, you can say Oliver, right?
Great question. I think we'd give it to Oliver.
Right?
I think because, I mean, if we bottled. I mean, I can't say we bottled, but we maintained and contained Taylor last year. So I would say the edge would go to Oliver. And we got the dub. So this is going to be a behemoth of a matchup between these two guys. It's going to be nonstop. And
I mean, how good has Oliver been this year, though, man? He's been extremely well this year, man.
Absolutely. And Oliver is looking forward. Hold on. Somebody said that he lost. Ed Oliver lost that battle.
He lost it? Okay.
Are we being unbiased by saying that he won that one? I mean, I'm looking at the amount of time that Josh Allen, excuse me, not Josh Allen. I'm looking at the amount of time that Phillip Rivers was moving all over the place. Did Phillip Rivers have a massive game? I don't remember Phillip Rivers having a massive game.
Yeah, but I don't remember him being sacked that many times either. So I mean, who knows? Who knows? But
you remember that part.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, I think this is going to be a big time matchup. So, fellas, this game is what 20 minutes away. You want to kind of prepare for your game. So, here's how we're going to end this. We can do score predictions, but that gets played out. So
it really does.
It does. It gets played out. So this is what I need from you: the one player that makes that one play that changes the temperature of the game, that changes the momentum of the game. Who's the one player that makes the one play that just the snap, the flip of the switch happens? Zach, let me start with you. Who is that player for you?
I'm going to say that one play that flips everything, that the turning point play, probably I'm going to say 150% Gabriel Davis touchdown, just like jump mosses someone in the end zone.
And that's what jump starts the whole thing. And then that's the game, the play of the game that goes to that one player. You say Gabe Davis. All right.
Yep.
E-Money, what do you got?
I know. It's always fun to try to find like the sleeper pick, right? Let me think of a guy that no one else is thinking about. Look, I know you mentioned Cole Beasley being, one of those pieces, Gabe Davis. At the end of the day, it comes down to the general. It comes down to Captain Clutch. It comes down to Josh Allen, man. I mean, if Josh Allen, if he doesn't play, hero, Josh Allen ball, he's going to be making many of plays. It's not just one play. It's going to be many of plays, man. But it's to play the game with you guys. I think it's going to be, boom. If we can get like a long pass to, I'll say Sanders for the touchdown, Zach. You said Gabe Davis. I'll say Sanders is the one who breaks it open real quick. He's a vet. It looks like Josh Allen, favors him a lot right now. So I'm going to go ahead and say Sanders. But Josh Allen has to play Josh Allen type football, man.
You're absolutely right. He needs to, and he needs to do it going forward. None of this like regressing in here and there. We need that shit going forward. To me, I'm going to go on the other side of the football, and I'm going to go against what a lot of people might disagree with. One person in particular, I think that we both know, Kevin Gerard. Kevin Gerard has no respect for this one player that I'm going to say that is going to be the player that makes a difference, and that is Jerry Hughes. I think Jerry Hughes comes out and has a monster game. I don't think they'll have an answer for Jerry Hughes. Don't forget, Jerry Hughes is forever going to remember that they got rid of me. They didn't feel I was good enough.
Oh, I forgot about that. Good one.
They thought I was trash. They got rid of me and sent me to Buffalo for me to die in Buffalo. And
yes, sir.
What? The guy that replaced me is coaching somewhere, God knows where. And I'm still in the league, and I'm still a prominent person in this league. So guess what? Y'all gonna pay. Any chance I get a chance for y'all to pay, you're gonna pay. I'm gonna strip sack that bitch. I'm gonna pick that bitch up. I'm gonna run it back to the house. So Jerry Hughes is gonna be my player that's gonna make a game-changing play, momentum changer that gets things popping. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for our BF tailgate. I apologize that we were a little late on it, but and when you have the birthday weekend, you're a little sauced up from the night before. You had a little something to drink, and then you're on daddy duty in the morning. Things a little different, but we're gonna make sure that we bring you the heat every Sunday pregame, and then we'll go from there. Like half the team right now is at Buffalo watching the damn game. So you guys that are out there watching the game, enjoy yourselves, be safe, don't be doing dumb stuff out there. People that are watching at home, enjoy it. With whoever, and let's hope we come out with a damn W. And
man, but real quick, before you sign off, Rico, because I know you're about to sign off.
Before you sign off, Josh Hebler says 38-13 Bills. I like that score. Diggs needs to be fed today, and I have confidence our defense, led by the best secondary in football, can slow the Colts. I love that. That.
Man.
Thank you, Josh Hebler. What were we gonna say?
Huge shout out to you, Rico. Happy birthday, big dog. Happy birthday. Yes, congrats to the new baby. Congrats to the new baby, man. But how are you 37 years old having, what the hell's wrong with you, man? You're too old to be having kids, man.
You know what the problem is? I blame the Buffalo Bills, and you're gonna wonder, like, what the hell are you blaming?
You gotta blame Pullout King. That's what you gotta blame, man.
I'm gonna blame Pullout King. I'm gonna blame the Buffalo Bills because they had a freaking awesome year last year, and I kept on telling the wifey, man, these Bills are gonna go to the Super Bowl. And you know what I'm saying? And he's talking about,
you starting early,
and here we are.
Yeah, man. But man.
Golly, man.
But shout out to you, man. You got your baby boy now, man. Happy birthday, dog. And to everybody watching right now, it's time to get hyped. The Bills, we are the best team in football. And I'm not just saying that even just because I'm a Bills fan. Okay, I mean, maybe a little bit. But we're the best team in the league. It's extremely hard for me to be scared of any team right now, knowing that of what we're capable of. So, stop with the whole, I'm afraid of this and I'm afraid of that. Listen, every team has to come and face the Buffalo Bills, man. So huge shout out to you guys. Enjoy the game. And everyone know it's time to get hype. It's the Kingpin.
This guy's such a fool. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's me and my man Zach. So listen, man, and I don't have an epic getting out of here because I got to click the button and it takes too long, and I can't just exit the way that Pierre just did it. But without further ado, listen, we're gonna have a huge game. We need a big win, and then we'll see you guys after for the post game report with the Rico report. Join us after the game, and then we'll go from there. Zach, what articles are coming up that people need to pay attention to? When are they coming up, and what can we expect?
Well, we're hoping immediately after the game that we'll have a post-game recap on the site brought to us by our own Bills Mafia UK representative, Trish Patel.
Yes.
Looking forward to that. And then because Thanksgiving is this week and we have the shortened week between games, we're going to be cranking out all that like pre-game content for the Saints game. And then after that one, we'll have a lot of other awesome pieces coming out in the build up to the New England game. So you can find all that on thebuffalofanatics.com. And yep, you just go there, read all our stuff. I mean, shout out to all the amazing writers we got. Like,
absolutely.
They put out killer content every single week.
Yeah, man.
And also just as for this game, please stay safe, enjoy yourself, but not too much like Z-Bot.
Not too much like Z-Bot. Z-Bot was a hot mess today, boys. And I gotta give, and this gives me an opportunity to give a shout out to our editor in chief, This guy right here, our editor-in-chief, this guy's been freaking on it, and as well as Mitch Broder, these guys have been holding it down for the Buffalo Fanatics. Listen, just because you see some changes that happen, listen, we're still always going to bring you the fire content. And this guy right here is making things go down for you guys to have everything for you to read on your Sunday morning, Monday morning, while you're sipping on your coffee. So, ladies and gentlemen, have yourself a great game. Zach, I will see you on the flip side. We always in the chat, so we'll chat it up in there. And you guys have a great game. Ladies and gentlemen, go Bills. Bills, we need this win. Let's get this win, and we're out of here. Until next time, we are